Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to get these types of trade ideas like one we got yesterday, and I'm just gonna show you guys the daily trades right here that we took yesterday on SPY, these 592 puts, and it was down $6 from the entry. We locked in profit today at 597 and got out on SPY. There were many trades on swing trade ideas, especially on LMT. I'm not going to share this channel right here. So, all these trade ideas, and especially people that are serious and they want to make money, serious money in the market. You want to make money and you want to go and get all these types of trade ideas. You can see LMT here, really nice profit on SPY. Then you got more SPY here. Then you have USO right here, guys. We took calls and shares on USO. Chevron, another one that we went long yesterday on that dip. USO also yesterday went long on that dip Monday. So all these trades actually made a lot of money today. And there is still runners left on Chevron and also on USO, and that could bring even more money. So if you're really serious about trading and you want to get all types of trade ideas, you want to learn and you want to support the channel, the main thing, definitely check out my link down in the description for Patreon. Now, market, you can see Trump weighs potential US military strike on Iran, demands unconditional surrender. You think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Do you think market gives a F about it? Absolutely not. You can see, Dow Jones only down, just not even 1%. Let's have a look at right here. Dow is down 0.70%, Nasdaq down not even 1%, not even 1% here on the S&P. Russell going down just over 1%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. We went right back to where? Well, energy, and you guys saw those plays on energy, and it's a leading today. Huge move up once again, and pretty much technology and everything else lagging behind. Stock market map. What do we have here? Well, big picture, we got Tesla going down nearly 4%, Nvidia flat, Microsoft flat, Apple down almost 1.5%. So, market pretty much digesting all that. And, you would think today and even yesterday with all that is going on, you want to see red, sea of blood here in the market. But that is not what actually happening, guys. So if you're thinking about this war is going to bring the market down in a big way, I don't think that's going to work. And market will just shrug everything off and will continue to rise. Now, only thing that is going to bring the market down, energy. If these things are going up as they are right now, guess what? Inflation at some point, even though these numbers are cooked up, how long are you gonna cook these numbers up? It's gonna come back up. That's going to pressure the Fed not to cut rates, and market is going to realize that, oh, we got some problems. Then you're going to see the market selling off. But as of right now, even the gas prices did not really go up that much. You know, where I'm actually filling my tanks, I got it for $2.85. So it's not that bad. It's definitely not bad. It's not like $10, $5. I know some places they're always expensive, like California and Florida and all that, like where a lot of people drive EVs. So market is totally fine. Didn't really do anything today. Some names are down slightly, but you would think that market should be down with all kinds of news going on around, Trump and U.S. and Israel and Iran. But who cares? Now, let's talk about Apple because that is the one taking a beating and still going down. So we need to talk about Apple, guys. On Apple, stock is down 1.40%. So Apple definitely breaking down from this wedge type of pattern. And today, Apple did break down below 198, which is not a good thing here on Apple stock if you look at it. Now, as Apple coming down, I think all the opportunities, especially if you're looking at the long side, is right here, right on Apple. Some people may not agree, but trust me when I say this. I've been buying and selling Apple swing trading for quite some time, quite some time. And it's not like 1, 2 months or 2 years, maybe almost, more than a decade. And Apple, whenever this stock breaks down, it goes right back up. Is it going to happen immediately? No, that is not what I'm saying. But if you have the patience, if you have the courage to go long on Apple stock, this is the stock. Now, Apple, as the stock coming down, we're leaving gaps behind. And we all know recently how this market works. At some point, you saw Google, for an example, I'm giving you guys why I think Apple will come back up at 221 at some point. We talked about Google for maybe 2 months that 181, there is a gap, and I think it's going to go there. I'm going to sell my calls. What happened? We went past that. We did close that gap. There is still a gap. We'll talk about Google when you get there into the analysis. But same thing applies here. Yeah, it can come, a little bit lower. It can go much lower. I'm not denying that. But opportunity is right here, guys, on Apple stock. This is a big name. Nvidia leading the way on top with the market cap, but I think Apple can go right back up on top and leaving Nvidia and Microsoft behind. We just need some catalyst, some good news, which can come at any moment, any day, even though there's nothing really going on at this point. So, Apple here, in my view, of course, you guys need to do your own research. Do not go and buy because I'm buying. That is exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm buying, I'm holding, I have the patience. I'll hold, I'll buy more, and I like the dip on Apple. If it dips right down here again, that would be fantastic. I'm not going to complain because I'm down on my position. I'm going to buy more. So I would say if this thing comes down more, just eat more. More and more is better. When this thing goes back up, people are going to be chasing. And you can save this video for reference. And it's going to happen when Apple comes back up to 220, 230, people are going to ask, oh, can I go long on Apple now? But now, oh, I don't like Apple. It's selling off, it's bearish, the trend is down. I get it. But then you want to chase when things are up like $50 to the upside, and now you're thinking about going in. Is that the strategy, in the market? It's supposed to be, buy low and sell high, not sell high, buy high and sell even higher. That's not the thing we do in the market, guys. So Apple, definitely do your own research, but in my view, and I'm buying and I'm also sharing my, trades with Apple, I think this is a fantastic opportunity. So it's holding on to lower Bollinger Band, which is at 195. And remember, Bollinger Band is expanding and it's going up, upper one coming down. So just because the stock is coming down, it's also getting that Bollinger Band squeeze. So, what's it going to take and what's the next move? We will see that in upcoming days where Apple is heading, but it's getting that tight, squeeze right here in between upper and lower Bollinger Band. And whenever you see a pattern like this, usually a big move is coming, but the stock already down quite a bit from all-time highs. So I would give benefit of the doubt. Maybe there is some good news, and this happens all the time. Look at for an example on UNH, it was going down to what, 250, and then those calls came in, and now we're not going under 300. It's staying above 300 pretty much and just consolidating, right? The big move they caught at 250. So Apple is same thing, it might be coming down a little bit more, and then you're going to see, dark pull orders are coming in, and these big whales are buying Apple because there's definitely not much upside on Nvidia, not much upside on Microsoft, definitely not on Meta. So where the heck you gonna go and buy something that is actually tradable and you can make good money out of it? Well, right here, Apple, I think still in my view, Amazon has a little bit more upside and it can potentially go higher, even Google. But then anything else, even Tesla, I don't think it's a good buy. And I'm not even gonna go and try to buy Tesla over 300. So Apple here, guys, 195 holds. Watch out for that. That would be a support to watch. Below that, 190, 185. We get over 198 where we got rejection today, then it can possibly go up to 200 to 201, and over that it's back inside the wedge, and we can talk about possibly breaking this trend line, which is going to be at 204 to 205, and then the next stop 207 on Apple. On AMD, it's actually up on the day 0.56%. We got an inverted hammer. It was way outside the Bollinger Band, and you can see it came back in and pretty much unchanged for the day, slightly up 71 cents for the day. So here on AMD, we did close this gap. We did close the gap at 127. We went higher today, 131. So definitely extremely bullish. And this is another example. I was talking about Apple, and I did talk about AMD when AMD was coming down, that it's not going to stay down here for too long and people will be chasing AMD at some point. And now that day has come, and you can see AMD going like a rocket ship, and people are just buying and buying even higher. But when it was here under 100, nobody wanted. So this is how things. If you have the patience, you can hold a little bit and not cry about it because it's red. You're gonna be profitable trader, and you're going to make money in the market. You're not gonna get your account wiped out because patience always pays if you buy the right stock. Now, it's not true that patience always pays. You have to put this at the end that you got to buy the right stock. Now, if you go and buy a penny stock and you think that patience is going to pay, that's not going to work because that's a penny stock. It's got no value, right? It's a squeeze, thing where when it gets shorted or some catalyst, you'll see a big pop and then it drops back down. So AMD, just like I said before, now it's breaking out and going higher. Look at this pop, 131. There is a gap at 137, and that is going to get filled. I don't know when. We're getting a bit overextended, but I think if it comes down to 122, find support. It can press higher again for this gap right here at 137. So watch out for that on AMD. Now, Amazon here also just consolidating. You can see came back down and now it's over that 212 range. So it's looking good. 212 can hold. It can press higher up to 220 and maybe even into 230s. Below 212, there will be support right down here at 208.79. Underneath that, there is going to be support right here at 200 flat and then this gap at 195. Talking about Tesla, we need to talk about Tesla because a lot of people like Tesla, and I just don't think it's worth trading with a lot of that chop that is going on. And you can see, I mean, we got a lower high here, guys. Let's just acknowledge that. Lower high, and now we need to see if this thing, stays here or breaks down below this low. So Tesla here is still over 300. We came down today almost 4%, but if you look at my screen, we did not close the gap. We did not get down to 300 yet. So Tesla, the range would be 20-day moving average right here sitting at 330. 330 breaks, then more upside. As of right now, it's not breaking. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 rejection. As a matter of fact, I would say 5 rejection there. Next big support to watch right here at 313 to 310. Gap fill reversal can act as a support. Underneath that, flat 300, which is the 50 SMA on this daily time frame. Another one that is not really budging and not coming down. We saw a little bit of dip right here and then recovered. That is Netflix down on the day 0.38% because this one inflation does not affect, war does not affect. So what is going to affect Netflix? This is another company like Nvidia. I mean, this thing was at what, 200, 250 just a couple months ago. And now you're talking about 1300, 1200 a piece. That is a huge move. Now, I still think this is nothing. We're just consolidating and possibly forming a top. No confirmation of a big breakdown yet. That's going to come whenever we get under 1065, which is a long way down, even if we get down here, guys. So no big correction, nothing. We're just chopping around right here on Netflix. And so far holding that, you can see right here at 1214, 20-day moving average. And we got a moving average over that 1224. So ping ponging in between these two moving averages. If we can get above, possibly can reach as 1250, 62. To the downside, it gets below 214, 1214, then watch out for flat 1200. And then down here at 1176, 1163 on Netflix. Another one, Meta, just kept climbing. This thing would not stop for anybody. I mean, look at this, 705, 706 today. Got the rejection, came back in, but well over 693 closing. 693, 694, to be exact right here. 5-day moving average, and we're well over 694. So if this thing breaks over 700, stays over 700, you can see the Bollinger Band on top expanded up to 723. It can go, guys. It can definitely go up to 740, but is that a trade that I'm looking for? Absolutely not. I don't like chasing. If I'm not a buyer here, I'm not a buyer here. Even though it offers a little bit more upside, like $40, it's risky, risky trade. Now, if you can manage these types of risky trades taking here, you can easily put a stop. You got to put a wider stop on a stock like Meta. I would say a stop maybe at 690 and play it back up to 740. 690 breaks, you got to get out. We already got the retest, so if it comes down to 682, that's not going to be a good play. So Meta definitely, this thing looks like it wants to go, and it wants to go higher for that all-time high once again. Now, another stock that we need to talk about, that's Microsoft. Big move up for past couple weeks, and now just like the stock market, we're grinding and just going higher but not really going anywhere for last maybe 1 week. Almost, you can see 480 and we're trading around 473. It's a $7 range. We're going back and forth, and today it was down to 474. But where did actually find the support? Well, if you look at my screen, 477, couple pennies off of that, there is your 5-day moving average, and it found support, went back up. So 477 breaks, then the next stop 470, and then 465. If this thing remains over the 5-day moving average, 477, next stop 480, and possibly another fresh new all-time high, which is going to be 486 on Microsoft. On Google, stock is down 0.40%, so pretty much a flat day and closing right above 176. So you can see Google, we talked about it before. There was a gap at 181. We fully closed that gap, and now it's just consolidating, and it's a really nice pattern right here. You can see higher lows and higher highs, and still going. This was the last higher low, and we're just consolidating. So next stop would be breaking over 181, and that should take this stock even higher into this range right here where we saw a lot of consolidation, and that's going to be around 188 to 190. And don't forget, we have a gap at 204 on Google. To the downside, 176 gives up. Next big support 173.34, 20-day moving average, and then 170 down to 165, 162. On Nvidia, stock is slightly down on the day, pretty much flat. And if you look at my screen, this V shape is still in place. We did not break this trend line, which is going to be around 142. That's not breaking, and we did close over 144. So technically, that is bullish for a retracement back up to all-time highs, which is 153. If we can stay over 144, we break below 142, then watch out for 136 to 130 on Nvidia. Now, only if something comes out really bad, maybe a tweet from Trump or something out of Middle East where, I don't know, guys, something really bad, that market does not like. In that case, you're going to see a breakdown on Nvidia. But as of right now, if you look at the market, two things are very strong: semis and then energy stocks. So these, two things, and I don't think energy stocks are coming down anytime soon. But semis also going up and really strong. So only a news can break it. As of right now, it's definitely due for a full retracement back up to all-time highs, as long as Nvidia remains over 144. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody.